What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Soft Cell, and we're briefly putting on hold Cruelty Without Beauty 2002 because Kim, big thank you as always to Kim, she sent me the first single from their upcoming and, I suppose, at least in one sense, their final album, Danceteria 2026, which I say because I suppose it's possible Marc will carry on the Soft Cell name even though Dave has now passed away. But at least in terms of the duo that they were for so long, this is their final album. But yes, the first single is apparently a cover of Was Not Was, and I don't know who they were, what type of group they were. Kim did mention that the original song here, Out Come the Freaks, featured some saxophone and that it's from 1981, and that Soft Cell's version retains the saxophone, so I'm very excited to hear that. And yeah, I'm just really excited to hear a new Soft Cell album, and of course it carries extra meaning because Dave has passed away, so I'm very keen to hear it in multiple respects. And yes, I think Kim was saying she's not quite sure when the album will be released, but it's possible we're looking at mid-April, so, you know, a couple or a few weeks away. In any case, let's give this a listen. It is originally a Was Not Was track from 1981 called Out Come the Freaks, and this Soft Cell cover version is the first single from their Danceteria album, 2026.
And out come the freaks. Woodward squeaks and out come the freaks. Here they come. She's sweet, she's chic, la freak one like this, fantastic. Here they come. She's sweet, she's chic, la freak one like this. Open the door and there's Suzanne. She eats her breakfast from the pan. She never even burns her tongue. And some days she's late to get hung up on a millionaire. She don't even care if he ain't got no hair. She says, long as he signs the checks, I figure, what the heck, I'll get him to pay. What more can you say? When you're dancing, do you turn into a freak? Woodward squeaks and out come the freak.
freaks, and out come the freaks.
That's so fun. That's awesome. So Kim mentioned, it's interesting that the first single from this upcoming album is a cover, but she said it makes sense in the context of what this album is about, which is to say the theme or the sort of bedrock of this album is a look back at Dave and Marc's days in New York in, I believe, the early 80s and maybe the late 70s. I forget exactly the timeline. But yes, that they cut their teeth, so to speak, in the New York club and nightlife scene of the early 80s. And so in that regard, using a track from that time that's about freaks and, about how everyone kind of has a wilder side or, is a bit of a crazy, character portrait, I think is a very fitting track to be the lead single. And in that regard, I do wonder if all the lines here come from the Was Not Was original. Certainly, again, a couple of the character portraits along the way are quite wild, and, I like, what was the woman, I think, was it Suzanne, who, doesn't mind hanging out with these guys, even if, they have no hair, as long as they sign the checks, because, they're millionaires, so, she has these kind of flings with wealthy guys who, might not look all that great, but, they give her what she needs, and she gives them what they need, and so on, and so, yeah, whether it's, bright leather pants and so on, it does seem like there's a very colorful cast of characters being described. And hey, can I help you? Yeah, okay, yeah, sure. Speaking of a wild cast of characters, we've got one down here. Here, play with the tea mug. But yeah, I enjoy that funky, groovy bass that really had a, wicked groove to it, and it's got a lot of funkiness to it. Obviously, we get the saxophone, which was sort of giving us little touches, and then eventually it goes into a fuller, flourishing sort of solo section, which I really did enjoy. There's this little fluttering melodic synth riff that's, part of this larger texture. Yeah, what are you doing? No one cares. But the whole thing had kind of a, disco meets, synth dance type of feel to it, so yeah, I enjoy the combination of late 70s and early 80s sounds, but in a modern production context. I don't know what the deal is. You got fed not long ago, you were enjoying my lap comfortably, and now you're in kill mode. So yeah, again, I enjoy all the sonic elements. Marc sounds like, he's kind of in that dark storytelling mode, but there seemed to be an effect. I don't know if it was a filter or something. There was kind of this, again, he was behind a screen or something like that vocally, so it kind of became more texture rather than voice on top of the sonic, so it was kind of embedded within the rest of the sonics. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Again, it's got saxophone, that can't go wrong for me, and it's just awesome to have new soft cell. Would you go away? I'm gonna have to go give her some treats, so hopefully she can calm down. I guess Out Come the Freaks is a very insightful title for the current scenario, not just for the upcoming album. But once again, major thank you to Kim, and it was great to hear from you. I look forward to hearing comments on this track and the album in full once it comes out, so let me know what you think, and I will see you next time, hopefully with a calmer Luca. Peace.